Right now at 10, sheriff investigation. A report on a harassment claim against Chippewa County Sheriff seems to have uncovered a wider scope of misconduct.
And caught in the crossfire, a Democratic member of the Bipartisan Elections Commission may be rejected by the Senate. It's a decision directly tied to impeachment discussions over the commission's administrator.
Plus, project delays. The Kmart building on La Crosse's south side sits vacant, and it'll stay that way for now.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. In continuing coverage tonight, the investigation into the Chippewa County Sheriff centered on a harassment complaint from a now former employee.
But the investigation says the sheriff has routinely displayed a lack of integrity in the role.
Now, a former employee filed a complaint against him this summer, claiming he sent inappropriate and unwanted messages to her. That report has pages of message screenshots. During one conversation about birds, the sheriff texted the woman, "I think you'd be the best person for the job." Now, the former employee said this text from Hakes started making her feel uncomfortable. "Remember when I said I know spots to relax? This is my yard." Now, Hakes has said he was only trying to be welcoming to a new employee. He also said on social media he was never aware of a complaint ever filed against him. But a county official says Hakes was notified 6 separate times about it. The report also details claims from other department members and county officials that the sheriff is, quote, in over his head, and that the chief deputy is the one really running the sheriff's office these days. The report also found instances of Hakes conducting his private real estate and gun businesses during his sheriff hours. A DMV pilot program has allowed 16 and 17-year-old Wisconsinites to get a driver's license without having to do a road test. But that program is going away. Young drivers have until December 31st to apply for the DMV road test waiver program before it comes to an end. The program started in 2020 out of safety concerns during the pandemic. Applicants the last few years still, of course, had to complete a driver's ed course, behind-the-wheel training, and 50 hours of supervised driving. Wisconsin's Republican president of the Senate is calling to impeach the state's top elections official. Senate President Chris Kapenga is urging the Assembly to impeach Wisconsin Elections Commission Administrator Megan Wolf. The Republican-controlled Senate voted last month to fire her, but she has remained in office while Democrats fight against that vote in court. They're arguing the Senate did not have the authority to hold a vote to decide Wolf's fate. In a letter to the Assembly Speaker, Kapenga says Wolf's decision to not leave the position could lead to corrupt conduct in her office. But a recent conservative state Supreme Court decision suggests that there is nothing wrong with Wolf's actions. The ruling appears to allow Wolf to stay in office indefinitely, even though her term expired in July.
A Democratic member of the Wisconsin's Election Commission is also caught in the debate over Megan Wolf's future. A Senate subcommittee has voted not to appoint Joe Sarneski to the 6-person commission. Governor Evers appointed Sarneski to finish out Julie Glancy's term after she retired in April. The Republican leading the Senate committee accused Sarneski of dereliction of duty for abstaining in the vote on reappointing Megan Wolf. The entire Senate will next vote on whether to confirm Sarneski's appointment. The Milwaukee native spent 10 years as a state senator and had also served as Milwaukee County Clerk. If his appointment fails, Evers would then appoint another Democrat to maintain the commission's bipartisan split.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers is asking Republicans in the state Senate for a committee hearing on his workforce development plan. He wants to push a package of bills that would use $1 billion of the state's $4 billion surplus to go toward pandemic-era child care funding. This would include a paid family leave program. He also wants to send money to the UW system, UW-Madison, of course. Evers wants this session to be held as soon as possible, saying that with each day of delay, the state is suffering more consequences. All right, with all that political talk, let's now switch gears and talk some weather with Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
Good.
Yeah, it's going to be cooler today, tomorrow. Well, it was a little bit colder today, but it's definitely going to change. Let's just say that. You're going to be noticing the temperatures as we get closer to Friday. As we look at overall conditions right now, pretty much not too bad. We've had clearing skies overhead, but as you look at the big picture right now, radar shows all the activity. We had a few showers earlier this afternoon, but otherwise it's looking actually fairly clear. The next system we're watching is just upstream. You can see that's going on. Overall current temperatures much cooler to the west, as you see. Overall still very mild towards the east of Chicago. Overall we're still in the upper 50s, low 60s, cooler than we were last night. So overall, and it looks like we've swapped cameras again. So I'm over here. All right. Anyway, that if you look at the screen here, we got the temperatures, the difference here going on right now, and now we're back to here, that way. All right, back here. Anyway, let's get to the fun graphic here in a little bit because Emily really wants that one. But anyways, we get to the temperatures here. Here is what we're really looking for, the drive-through forecast. There's your temperatures for it. We might have a shower or two coming in the morning hours, especially towards Eau Claire for about noon. 53 waking up. Noon is when I think the showers will start decreasing if we got any. 67. And then as we go in the evening hour, as you see the cat getting pretty hungry at that point with the tongue sticking out there. Otherwise 64, and we should get breezy conditions, so overall not too bad. But once we get to Friday, later on, I'll break down how cool and wet it's going to be, especially for high school football, which is going to be a total different story than what we had last week.
All right, Craig.
All right, thank you. I'm glad my cat got his 10 seconds of fame.
There you go.
A La Crosse nonprofit proposed to expand and open another location.
But the idea is raising concerns for some neighbors in the area. Our own Jeremy Wall joins us live in studio with the latest. Good evening, Jeremy.
Ken and Emily, Tellurian Behavioral Health, a mental health facility right here in La Crosse, wants to open a second location in a residential area off Jackson Street. But not everyone wants it there. Deb Glazer has lived off Johnson Street for 33 years. She has never been so concerned.
First, it was just that initial shock of, oh my gosh, my property value is going to go take a plunge.
The 62-year-old lives next to where Tellurian Behavioral Health wants to open its second location.
I'm also afraid of the transient nature, people coming and going all day long. When they come, they are probably usually brought by the police, I understand. And in our alley, we have kids walking back and forth. They walk in the morning and after school. So I feel that's not good for kids to see.
Its original space is off of Mormon Cooley Road. The second location would be a short-term, smaller facility in this vacant dental office. Only 5 employees would be on site during the day and up to 3 at night. Lori Scare Jensen's grandchildren visit often. Having the facility in a residential area worries her.
They're coming in crisis. We just felt that the neighborhood was a lot safer, and we're not used to having that kind of activity in our area.
Tellurian says patients will be pre-screened and scanned with an electric wand before entering. A maximum of 8 clients will be allowed and only 6 can stay overnight. Neighbors are still worried about traffic in this alleyway and altercations in the street.
They're going to have 2 people on.
And the City Council will vote to approve the new location on October 12th. If approved, Tellurian hopes to open its second location by March. Ken, Emily?
All right, thank you, Jeremy. Tellurian's second location would also have no walk-ins. Clients must be taken there by law enforcement or mobile crisis units.
Break the stigma. It's what Gunderson Health System wants to do during Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Domestic violence cases are more common than we might think. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men go through severe physical violence from a partner. That's according to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence.
Now, a Gunderson crime victim.
Somebody you love is experiencing this. It's not helpful to say, if you don't leave, we can't be friends, or I can't support you. That's ultimately exactly what that abuser needs to kind of continue what they're doing.
If you need help, you can call 211 in this area to get connected with important services. Other organizations in town like New Horizons in La Crosse County also offer victim services. We'll have more information related to that on all of our digital platforms.
Residents who live near the old La Crosse Kmart location at State Street and Losey Boulevard are going to have to wait a bit longer for the site to be cleaned up.
Construction of a new mixed-use apartment complex on the property has been delayed another year.
As Michael Germain reports, a rise in interest rates and increasing construction costs are slowing things down.
In the last 16, 18 months, interest rates have really significantly increased, as well as construction costs.
The same rise in rates that's caused a cooling in the housing market is hitting developers in the pocketbook, too.
We're anticipating that something's going to change in one of those two things that will allow us to move this project forward.
360 Real Estate Solutions just completed the 5th Ward residencies on La Crosse's lower north side, a similar project as the one slated for the old Kmart site. President-elect for the La Crosse Realtors Association, Michael Petrick, says interest rates are affecting everyone.
Obviously, when the interest rates go up, the affordability of the housing drops a little bit. And so interest rates are directly tied to what a consumer can afford to purchase.
The delay is only expected to last until 2024, and if rates drop the way Novak anticipates they will, he says he's confident he can get the project off the ground.
We've said from day one that it's not a project that we want to do quickly. We've been very intentional and thoughtful in this whole process, starting with engaging the neighborhood groups on the front side. And we want to continue that thoughtful process to make sure that this is successful.
Now, that is a massive project. It's expected to cost between $45 to $55 million, and it will be set to offer a mix of both townhomes and apartments.
Coming up, the race for the speakership is heating up.
And while two conservatives have announced they're running for the seat, business is stalled in the House until that new speaker is elected.
Pilgrims in Arcadia is looking to add maintenance technicians and want you to apply. We offer you on-site training in our new state-of-the-art training center, flexibility with 4 different shifts, competitive pay, career advancement, and a hefty benefits program. Here's what our employees have to say.
I would encourage anybody looking for a job in maintenance to come to Pilgrims because we give them the opportunity to train and advance their careers through our program.
If you are looking for a good, stable, reliable job, Pilgrims is the place to work.
Apply in person at our recruiting office, Main Street, Arcadia.
Keep your home looking clean and beautiful with 11% off Dutch Boy paints at Menards. DuraClean exterior paint provides a weather-resistant coating with crack and fade resistance. Get a gallon starting at $32.89 after rebate. For exceptional adhesion and one-coat coverage, choose Dutch Boy Max Bond Plus exterior paint. It's a paint and primer in one that resists dirt, mildew, and repels rain 90 minutes after application. Get a gallon of flat exterior paint for $44.94 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Nice.
Congressional lawmakers are headed home tonight, no longer able to conduct business on the House floor after the historic removal of the Speaker of the House.
All I'm saying is we need to unite the conference. I think I can do that.
Skylar Henry reports several conservative hardliners have thrown their hats into the ring.
All I'm saying is we need to unite the conference. I think I can do that.
High-ranking Republicans Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise announced their candidacy for Speaker of the House Wednesday. Kevin McCarthy, the man who held that job until Tuesday afternoon, was asked about it.
They're two good friends. They both would do great.
Others may jump in before the first vote's expected next week. Until then, the People's House is closed for business, and many Republicans blame Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, who led the charge to remove McCarthy.
I think it was deplorable. I think it was disgraceful. And he put his own petty personal grievances ahead of the country.
Gaetz is standing by his decision.
The nerve of these establishment Republicans to have to take a week to go have a good cry and then blame us for being the reason that we can't get the work done. All we want to do is the work.
The future speaker will have to have the support of at least some of the hardline conservatives who ousted McCarthy. And there's the added pressure of a November 17th deadline to fund the government and avert a shutdown.
We cannot and should not again be faced with an 11th hour decision. Brinksmanship threatens to shut down the government.
Some Republican voters expressed their frustrations.
It makes me almost ashamed to be a Republican. We had a chance to govern, and we decided, oh, we don't want to do that. We'd rather have chaos and disruption.
And paralysis until Republicans in the House can find a speaker that most can support. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Funding for Ukraine could be in danger as Republicans work to elect a speaker and determine their priorities.
The Pentagon has warned it's running out of money to replace weapons it's sent to Ukraine.
President Biden says he'll make an announcement about Ukraine funding soon.
Still ahead tonight at 10, get your favorite drive-in delights while you still can.
A lacrosse favorite is closing down tomorrow ahead of the winter season.
And definitely we're going to see different changes coming up as the weather changes for high school football. We're seeing 40-degree weather along with rain and wind. I'll break all that down coming up next on weather and what the weekend also looks like, which should be dry but chilly.
At Taco John's, we never judge a book by its cover. But if the cover is a one-of-a-kind flatbread coated in aged cheddar, crispy shredded potatoes, and our signature potato Olay seasoning, we say, judge the shell out of it. New Cheddar Crunch Tacos, only at Taco John's.
When does a credit union become more than a credit union? Maybe it starts simple, getting you in a vehicle that's safe and reliable for your daily trips. Or maybe it's getting your dream vehicle for weekend adventures to remember. Whatever your vehicle needs are, Ultra is ready to go the extra mile. With professional loan experts, an easy application, and no payments for 90 days. Apply today at driveultra.org. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
At Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, we know the Coulee region's weather is unpredictable. 40 degrees today, 75 tomorrow. Is your HVAC system fully prepared to effectively handle the stresses of the next season? Beat the inevitable rush and schedule your HVAC clean and check today. Be confident your air conditioning unit and furnace will work when you need it. Call Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted Trane comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a Trane.
Your Trane comfort specialist, Bagnevsky.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown raspberries, squash, crowd cabbage, popcorn, and large selection of apples. Hardy Mums are now in bloom and available at Jolivet's. Find distinctive crafts and decor, Wisconsin wines, take home some apple crisp, apple pies, caramel apples, and apple cider donuts from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
It's the biggest event in King Furniture's history, a complete and total liquidation of all in-stock items in our stores. Shop over $2 million of quality name brand furniture priced for immediate liquidation. This will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to save as never before on living room, dining room, bedroom furniture, and more. When each and every piece of furniture has been sold, King Furniture will shut down for 30 to 60 days for a complete and total renovation. Don't miss the King Furniture Total Liquidation Sale going on now.
To all you so-called drive-through contenders out there, Taco John's is coming for the breakfast belt. With the boldest, juiciest, baconiest, potato Olay-iest breakfast burritos ever, we're not pulling any punches. The new breakfast champ is here. Try a bigger, bolder breakfast at Taco John's.
Don't be tricked by sales and free stuff. Better products at better prices on all your home improvements during the 2023 Fall Home Show at the Board Store Home Improvements. Don't miss it.
Welcome back, everybody. A lacrosse favorite is saying goodbye for now.
Rudy's Drive-In is closing for the winter months.
We had a great season. It was a good summer, nice warm summer, great weather, and we had a good year overall.
There we go. The owner says they use this time to make some repairs and, of course, take some time off and spend it with their families.
Rudy's closes tomorrow, so make sure to stop by for a hot dog or a root beer float before it's too late. The drive-in will be reopened in mid-March after the snow melts.
And it is kind of that rite of seasonal passage for the lacrosse area. You know, when Rudy's is closing down, it means a changing of the season, which is kind of bizarre because it's felt a lot like summer recently.
It actually has, yeah. I'm still gonna get over there tomorrow and get a shake and a hot dog. I haven't been there yet, so.
Yeah, it's an absolute must if you're new to the Coulee region, absolutely. But,
yes, I want to see those roller skates.
So it may have felt like summer very recently, but fall is on the way. And for more on that, let's bring in meteorologist Greg Barnhart. Greg.
Definitely going to be more fall-like, even probably more Halloween-like come Friday, definitely with the temperatures too. So we have a series of fronts coming through. One we got to tomorrow. A few showers tomorrow, mainly probably around noon or earlier. Basically Eau Claire, probably up to Ladysmith, a few showers come through. the more shower activity, the better chance for widespread rain will probably become late Thursday through Friday, and we might even see a shower for northern areas Saturday. So there are some opportunities, but I think the bigger thing will be the temperature change. Overall, it'll be cooler, close to average tomorrow, which basically puts you in the 60s, near 70, but then 50s through Monday. And next week we climb back in the 60s, but as we get closer to this, those 60s seem to get a little bit further back, more like mid next week now too. But for tonight, we're really not going to see much in clear skies. We'll see some clouds increasing towards the morning. Shouldn't be any problems for your morning commute as we wake up, but you'll start seeing that line come through of a little bit of a shower activity through about noon. It passes to the east, so some areas might see a shower, but one thing you will notice getting to noon and there afterwards is the wind that'll begin to increase out of the west. That'll push across as we go in the afternoon hours. System cloud cover, you'll feel cooler, but still I don't think we'll see any much of in the way of precipitation here for Thursday, and then all eyes really start looking back to the west because that's the system that we'll be watching. Here's the one coming through tomorrow, really weakens, and then a little push of some moisture to the north, but then we're going to keep an eye on this system that digs south into Dakotas. You even see some blue starting to show up there for maybe snow towards late Thursday night, and as you see it dig south, it comes through basically around Friday afternoon, Friday morning, a lot more shower activity. The winds will start picking up too at this point, and then they'll begin to push east. But even Saturday, as we go into Saturday, we still got a little bit of waves coming across to the south, so that still could impact for Saturday. I don't think we'll see a lot of precipitation Saturday, but I do think we'll see more cloud cover, which may keep the temperatures down a little bit more. By the time we get to Sunday, everything does look better. But overall, here's your track of that system coming. We're looking at Friday morning, showers beginning to push south Ladysmith through Red Wing, and then by about noon to afterwards, we see this area push through about showers all the way up and then becomes more scattered in the afternoon hour. This may linger enough towards your afternoon to see some of those impact the high school football games. Wind will definitely be one thing to keep a note of as we go through Friday afternoon. We could see gusts above 30 to 35. It'll start to weaken a little bit, but that'll probably be after the high school football games are done. So really, you combine the wind with some rain and the chilly conditions, it's going to have feel kind of just raw, like almost 30 degrees. You can see with some wind chills going on. So definitely a change to what we've had in the past several days. Once we get past the weekend, everything looks to be good past Sunday and Monday, but tonight we're looking at temperatures getting back down into the mid-upper 50s, some lower 40s. Once again, cloud cover increases. We'll have a few showers coming in as we work our way through tomorrow, and then here comes the 8-day forecast, and there's your drop in temperatures back to the 50s. Once again, kind of similar to what we would expect at Halloween. We do have cool conditions coming, and then gets back to the 60s next week, so be prepared. That's all I can say.
All right, we'll do. Thank you, Greg.
And coming up next in sports, the Brewers in a must-win spot for Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. Plus a few of our area tennis players in action this morning looking to punch tickets to state. Rob is in next.
The perfectly melted cheese, the juicier patty, the golden bun. It's all here. Bravo, bravo. Well, it was a second ago.
Hurry in for 30% off any purchase of $5 or more. Only in the app.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Join Wesco with Sparta to celebrate a fun Wisconsin tradition, Oktoberfest. All month long, save up to 20% off store-wide. Plus, as a thank you, you get a package of locally made brats and a free beverage from one of the local watering holes when you spend $499 or more. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Holiday Inn Express in Onalaska is your corporate headquarters for all business or personal travel in the Coulee region. Conveniently located within walking distance of 6 restaurants, retail locations, and 3 grocery stores. We are at the hub of your corporate visit. With hot breakfast served daily, meeting rooms for corporate presentations, and a state-of-the-art workout facility. We have everything you need for your next business trip.
When you're looking to update your home, shop the Habitat Restore. The Habitat Restore offers a wide selection of new and gently used building materials and home furnishings at an incredibly low price. From furniture and cabinets, windows and doors, appliances, vintage items, reclaimed lumber, and everything in between. The Restore has what you're looking for, and new products arrive daily. So before you run to that big box store, shop the Habitat Restore, providing families with a place to call home.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the chicken bacon artichoke pizza right now at papamurphys.com.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
We've made it to the sectional round of the high school girls tennis playoffs. Just one more hurdle to climb if these ladies want to punch their ticket to the state tournament in Madison. We'll open the show in Division II, Section 3, with the Blue Gold serving as the host team at Green Island Park this morning. Let's start with Aquinas senior Danica Silcox, looking to become a 4-time state qualifier. She was on a mission in the first round against Watertown Luther Prep's Allie Olson. Silcox gets some help from the net, dominates the first set 6-love. Second set, same story. Beautiful return from the senior. Silcox rolling, and then check out this rally. Both girls giving it their all, but in the end, it's Silcox moving on. The senior finishing second overall. That's good enough for a 4th straight trip to the state tournament. Staying in flight 1, West Salem's Megan Johnson looking to do the same. She was taking on Jefferson's Amy Kamenik in the first round. Johnson comes out strong. Look at this rally from the Panthers junior. Pretty touch on the return. Johnson takes the first set 6-2, and she keeps it going in the second set. Megan Johnson finishes 3rd overall in flight 1. The junior will be heading to Madison next week for the state tourney. Let's go to flight 2. Luther's Michaela Bolt comes out on top in her semifinal match. Bolt advancing to the championship round, but Aquinas' Kate Fortney brought her A game. The junior was in a battle in the semifinal round against Edgewood's Katie Coles, but Fortney finds a way. She wins it 7-5, 6-3, and then in the championship round, it's Fortney getting the best of Bolt. She wins it in straight sets, and the Blue Golds junior punches her ticket to Madison next week for the individual state tournament. Now this is awesome. Area bodybuilding star Fiona Daniels continues to shine on the professional stage, and Daniels adding some more hardware over the weekend at the Natural Viking Classic in Bloomington, Minnesota. Daniels taking first place in the teen bikini division, also takes first place in the adaptive teen physique division. 2 more first place trophies for Daniels as she continues her impressive pro bodybuilding career. Now the Brewers had a bunch of opportunities to blow it open in game 1 of the wild card round on Tuesday night, but the Crew coming up short. So now it's do or die for Milwaukee. Brewers needing a win tonight over Arizona to force a winner-take-all Game 3 on Thursday. Let's go to AmFam Field. Game 2 of the wild card series. Brewers bats hot from the very start, and they get to D-backs ace Zach Gallen in the first. Already 1-0 Crew. Here comes another thanks to Willie Adames. Carlos Santana makes it 2-0 Brewers. But here comes Arizona in the 5th. Alec Thomas takes Freddie Peralta deep to right. That gets over the wall for a solo shot. Cuts the deficit in half. Makes it 2-1. 6th inning now. D-backs doing some more damage. Ketel Marte goes back up the box for a base hit. That's going to score a pair to put Arizona in front. Diamondbacks score 4 runs in the inning, and that was more than enough. Brewers come up short again at home. They get swept 2-0. Their season comes to an end in the wild card round. Twins looking to make it 2 straight over the Blue Jays and advance to the ALDS in the 4th. Carlos Correa comes through. He finds a hole. Royce Lewis scores on the RBI single. It's 1-0 Twins. Later in the inning, Minnesota adding to it. Willie Castro grounds into a double play, but the Twins tack on another and take a 2-0 lead. Let's go to the 6th now. Blue Jays load the bases, but the Twins are going to turn 2. Correa starts the 6, 4, 3 double play. Crisis avoided. Minnesota out of a jam. And then in the 9th, tying run at the plate for Toronto. But how about this pitch? 101 upstairs. No chance. Minnesota's moving on. They shut out the Jays in game 2. They win the series 2-0, and they'll be heading to the ALDS to take on the Astros. Game 1 is Friday in Houston. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska. The weekend to-do list. It's a lot easier with the help of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Attachments connect with ease, so you can knock out every task on your list. Whether you're moving earth, leveling a path, or mowing and mulching, one thing you're not doing is wrestling with the attachments. So you actually have time to enjoy your space and work on planning the next big project. John Deere 1 Series compact tractors. Versatile, easy, and affordable. Find yours at Tractor Central.
It's a John Deere day.
I enjoy working with businesses, seeing their vision and being there every step of the way to watch them become successful.
Union State Bank meets our personal and business needs.
At Contractor Supply, our motto is your partner in building excellence, and Union State Bank is all of that.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Union State Bank. I wouldn't have what I have today if it wasn't for Union State Bank.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Powerhouse Marine is your boating headquarters for new and used boats, motors, and marine products. Repower your boat with select Yamaha outboards. Experience legendary Yamaha reliability with superior power, performance, and efficiency. Now let's check out our large in-stock selection in the Powerhouse showroom and discover Bennington boats powered by Yamaha. Bennington gives you trend-setting design and rock-steady construction. Better boat, better value, better warranty, period. It's your money. Why pay more and get less? Free winter storage with the purchase of any new boat purchased by October 31st. Stop by today or visit us online at powerhousemarine.com. Powerhouse Marine La Crosse. Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
A Chaseburg Park project wants to help families who have dealt with the pain of losing a child.
The group behind the project held a fundraiser today at a farm in Viroqua.
That's right. Sitting Pretty Farm treated community members to homemade food and live music to raise money for the park project called A Place for Angels. It'll be a quiet space in the village park for families to remember their lost loved ones. The organization's founder hopes this style of benefit helps provide those families a sense of community.
So Sitting Pretty Farms is beautiful. You see it's the beauty here. And we just decided that a good old down-home cooked meal would be a way to bring families together and to, honor our kids. And kids laugh and kids have fun.
Another fundraiser is this Saturday at the Snowflake Ski Club. If you'd like to make a donation, we'll have that info on our platforms. We'll be right back.
Are you scared of your utility bills each month? Or frightened that your furnace might break down this winter? Go to news8000.com/contests and enter for a chance to win a free furnace from G&T Heating and Air Conditioning. Enter, if you dare, for a chance to win a new furnace this Halloween.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland, as in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it,
Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face
With every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Pilgrims in Arcadia is looking to add maintenance technicians and want you to apply. We offer you on-site training in our new state-of-the-art training center, flexibility with 4 different shifts, competitive pay, career advancement, and a hefty benefits program. Here's what our employees have to say.
I would encourage anybody looking for a job in maintenance to come to Pilgrims because we give them the opportunity to train and advance their careers through our program.
If you are looking for a good, stable, reliable job, Pilgrims is the place to work.
Apply in person at our recruiting office, Main Street, Arcadia.
Fanati's on Main Street in La Crosse is the only place you'll find this kind of variety, including our totally scrumptious caramel apples, juicy, tart, and smothered in creamy, buttery caramel. Fanati's caramel apples Oh, yeah, they're that good.
No, I'm not leaving. It's Venati's. This is the best place ever. Practices can't wait.
Escape the chaos of everyday life and experience true relaxation and improved health at Revive Wellness Spa. Unlike any spa in the area, Revive Wellness Spa is your first choice for self-care. Our services include red light therapy, meditation pod, an infrared sauna, a float tank, and so much more. Call or book online today and receive up to 60% off your first service. Don't forget to ask about our detox specials.
Are you scared of your utility bills each month? Or frightened that your furnace might break down this winter? Go to news8000.com/contests and enter for a chance to win a free furnace from G&T Heating and Air Conditioning. Enter, if you dare, for a chance to win a new furnace this Halloween.
All right, a few showers tomorrow. It's going to be cooler, but then it definitely is going to be cool for coming Friday. And for high school football games, it's going to be a definitely change. Chilly, wet, and some wind.
Rob, you got some flannel for a Friday live show?
I'm not ready for this. Not ready for it.
Me neither.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 10.
Have a good night.